Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Today's question that I will be discussing is whether realists are pessimists about human progress and cooperation beyond the boundaries of nation state. What are the reasons given for the pessimism, or and are they good reasons? So let me explain first what is a realism and what is a idealism or liberalism. Idealism is also called liberalism. So idealism says that human being by nature is good, it's cooperative, it can be trusted, confidence can be posed in human being. So the state's behavior is like that because states are representative of the people. So state behave like an individual having these good qualities. And what we can do that we can make the things happen by learning, by education, by reasoning. We can stop war, we can stop injustice, we can check aggressive approach. Rather, instead of using the tactics of war, injustice, aggression, we should use for moderation. We use our efforts for peace, for bringing harmony, for creation of environment for cooperation. And for that purpose, they have the firm faith on these good virtues. Idealist or idealism, they are also called liberalist or liberalism. The difference between idealist and liberalist is very minor. The liberalist, they say that not only the good virtues, cooperation, trust, confidence are necessary, because if they are there, but there is no mechanism for cooperation, for working of institutions, for bringing a things on agenda. So their focus is one step ahead. They liberalists, they say that there is need to have institutions and the cooperation environment. Now we come to the realist approach. Those are also called pessimist. Like an individual, they say that like an individual, state is also cunning. It seeks self-interest. It requires power. It attains power, self-defense, and that power is for negotiation with the counterpart. And they wanted to create a kind of deterrence for the other states. Purpose is to save themselves from the aggression of the other state. It means that realist or pessimist, they say that the state or individual is power seeking, and the international environment is anarchic in nature, because there is no one who can control the states, to whom the states oblige or to whom the states respond. So their focus is on increasing the capacity of the state in terms of economy, in terms of political stability, in terms of increasing their power, their strength. And at the same time, like Machiavelli, they say that there is no morality in politics or international relations while negotiating with the state. The main purpose is relative advantage over the others. How we can get it? How can we negotiate alliance for seeking power? So we can say that morality is required to be judged from the political consequences of a policy. Means if policy is in our favor, then we say that it is morally sound. But if the policy is not in our favor, whether we are right or wrong, we say that it is immoral for us. And we also say that realists are two types of realist: offensive realism and defensive realism. Offensive realism, they 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 say that we should achieve power, we should strengthen the state, we should keep the leverage, we should keep the state at an advantageous position, but at the same time we should use policy of restraint, avoid conflict to the maximum extent. And if we talk about the defensive realist, they strive for power. They say that the more power we have, the more leverage, the more power impression on the other state will have the greater effect, and that will going to be in favor of a powerful state. Now, the next part of the question, that is, are the good reasons? In the present international system, we see that uh, states interaction is very intricate, is very complex. States can only anticipate, keeping in view the conditions, the circumstances, the game on international level, the pursuit of interest, the strategic or the geostrategic policies of the other countries, and they try to negotiate their interests with the other states. And sometimes there is a need to adopt a liberalist approach, and sometimes there is a need to adopt a realist approach. Let's talk about Pakistan. Pakistan, in its relations with India, adopting both the policies, realist and well as liberalist. Pakistan has always been extending offer for negotiation, for settlement of disputes in a peaceful manner, but at the same time, Pakistan is maintaining enough deterrence, enough power, enough balance of power that its enemies cannot dictate their terms to Pakistan, just because of the reason that Pakistan is not a soft, weak, or docile state. So, even if we talk about the realists, those who are in favor of aggression or in favor of power, to some extent they do knowingly or unknowingly in favor of some kind of cooperation, because when you need to advance, when state needs to enhance its power, it needs the cooperation of the other states, it needs alliances, it needs pacts, agreements. So it means that the realist, if they want to follow the policy of realism, they even need cooperation of the other states. So all the states, so far as achieving their national interest is concerned, they adopt mix of not only these two policies, but the other policies, or we can say the other approaches as well. Thank you very much.